Sometimes when our distinguished long-term house guest, Doris Spuke, shoots up delighted with us in the morning, we all have our own special ways of responding to that drug, and Doris will go into honest narratives of her past, about her past. Her distinguished past as a member of Pittsburgh royalty, the A-list. The Spukes are among the most accomplished and distinguished families in Pittsburgh, and Doris is somebody's sister or cousin. She might have joined them by marriage, but that doesn't fucking matter in Pittsburgh. That's as good as blood. That's just as good as consanguine, marrying into a dynasty. You don't have to be related to them. You have to fuck somebody's brains out, I'll tell you that much, to get in the Spuke family. She had to fuck somebody good. She may have Doris, the distinguished Doris, may have fucked or sucked 100 people, women, male, female, God knows what, dogs, to be allowed into this. She married into the Spuke dynasty. I guess here's why. I think this is why she uses so much drugs, because, you know, like when we were shooting up just the other morning, she went into this story about how growing up on the A-list has its complexities. I mean, of course, nobody disputes the importance, the beauty, the privilege of being around professional athletes, hockey players. Doris, when she was a little girl, she got to meet hockey players, professional hockey players. She was introduced to professional baseball players. Let's see, let me think. Football, hockey. There were youth ministers who would kind of troll about in between the raindrops of professional sports and the arts and humanities. And they too would be introduced through her family to the young Doris. And we'll get to this. She was speaking lucidly about that. I'd rather not. Maybe I'll let Doris. Maybe Doris could talk about that when she's ready to do it herself. But she was coming clean about what life was like on the A-list in Pittsburgh in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. There was graft and corruption and incest, child molesters, perverts. There was every kind of pervert. You know, it's nobody's fault. I'm not blaming anybody. But when you got 1 trillion civic organizations, churches, youth ministries everywhere, there used to be a youth ministry on every corner. Anyhow, I'm not trying to talk dirty about anybody. I love people. I'm a people person. In fact, I am so disposed to social contact with people. I have to use narcotics such as Dilaudid throughout the day just to live with all my joyous experiences with other people. The Spuke family, when I was a resident of Pittsburgh, I got in. It wasn't Doris. I love Doris. That's my wife's girlfriend, and I have nothing against her at all. I love Doris Spuke, and she lives with us now. But some people in her family, they're not. Mike Spuke, her brother, fucked me 6 ways till Sunday. I was looking for a job. I wound up selling these. No, I didn't sell nothing. He was that asshole. I got mixed up. I wasn't selling burglar alarms. I didn't sell nothing. I was installing burglar alarms for this asshole named Mike Spuke. That's Doris Spuke's, our guest. I'm not holding grudges. But her brother gave me a job installing these defective burglar alarms he was selling to poor idiots all over the tri-state area. I had a little hatchback car. Mike gave me this, I'm a little upset here. He gave me this little uniform. It was like a leisure suit with my name on the pocket and the name of his asshole company. It said nothing about Spuke on it. He's not a complete idiot. He's a scumbag. So I just got out of technical school, learning how to deal with burglar alarms and fucking security equipment nonsense. And right out of school, old Spuke, Mike Spuke, he pulls up beside me. I just walked out of school. I was pushing age 30. This is some pathetic shit. I was having problems. There was a job training program I was stupid enough to sign. I was an idiot to sign up for it. By the time I was halfway through it, Mike Spuke pulled up in front of the building, the school I was going to, in this blue metal flake muscle car and offers me a job installing burglar alarms for the minimum wage. Sound honest? What could possibly be wrong except the alarm? How the fuck am I supposed to know? Not one ass fucking burglar alarm. I screwed into the side of these things had. Every alarm had on it instructions to install it. I got a pamphlet with every fucking alarm. It said on the pamphlet, black and white. Anyone could read it. I can read. They can read. You can read it. It says just you need a screwdriver. You screw it into the side of people's wooden cabinets in their kitchen. Then you press this button on the lower left side. If the diode blinks 3 times, that means you installed that alarm correctly. I'm not some asshole. Don't take me for an idiot just because I used Dilaudid all day with insane, dangerous women and belong in a state hospital. Don't judge me, please. Don't break my little heart. Every time I installed one of those burglar alarms, hundreds of them throughout the tri-state area, I pushed the button, and the diode blinked 3 times. To the best of my knowledge, every single burglar alarm alert worked correctly. 6 months later, the police were at my house or apartment. They were up my ass for months. They said I was guilty of something. I did nothing wrong. They said it was my fault. Hundreds and hundreds of people throughout the tri-state. Most of the people who got the burglar alarm installed, it was a deal. It was it was a swindle that fucking Mike Spuke pulled. He made an asshole out of me, I got the minimum wage to install the things using a Phillips screwdriver. And the cops for months were questioning me time and again. I crossed state lines installing those fucking things. The federal cops were up my ass. It was all questions. Do I know someone? I said, yes, I installed these fucking things everywhere, you know. I didn't prove anything. I didn't prove jack shit. I can't prove anything. I could be thrown in jail, but not likely. I think it's being swept under the rug. The Spukes are complete assholes. The cops are still watching me because of what Mike Spuke did. That asshole. He was always pulling some rip-off scheme that left a person like me looking like shit. Anyhow, I blame no one for this. I'm not angry with his sister Doris for having sex with my spouse. We have most of a gallon of Dilaudid hospital grade for the 3 of us. We share it with other people. Mostly we just stay home. I was going to tell you about my unique. I'm not talking about everybody's unique attributes as drug addicts, and mine is this. When I'm in a stupor, people from history visit. They're dead. I know they're dead. You know they're dead. Everybody knows. Everybody knows, for instance, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were fried in the electric chair back a hell of a long time ago. They fucking deserved it at the time and still do, and I don't like them. I do. Things have changed. I have to explain the duality. I have to explain all over again. Presuppositionless thinking. Supposing you've just shot up with Dilaudid. You're in your own unique type of delusion. You're in your own delusional state. The two dead spirits, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, they walk in the front door seat. They sit down at the spinet piano we bought. I can't remember from whom because I'm stuporous now. But right away they start playing Broadway songs and sing together. Julius and Ethel, dead, long dead, come to me when I'm whacked on Dilaudid, and they play Broadway show tunes together and explain why it didn't really matter what they did. I'll be talking about this. I'm in the bathtub. You can hear the water draining from the bathtub as I close this installment of me and Rosie here on the Zane Zog Show. I'm narrating the story. My name is Zane Zog. Thanks for listening.